Hi and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. We're going over to Netflix today, for a book adaptation. Yes, a fantasy film we're going to look at today. The School for Good and Evil. So join me for that, please. If you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. I try and inform, I try and entertain if I can, if it's worth entertaining. This was entertaining enough, I'll tell you this now. But it's long, it's very, very long. Yeah, so please join me if you've not already subscribed. And if you've already subscribed or you're thinking of subscribing, pass the word as well, spread it about, and it'd be great to have you on board. And all your comments very welcome on this film or anything to do with film and TV. And any thumbs up, much appreciated. An old film watcher like myself. Yeah, sort of film I wouldn't have minded watching with a young family, just have a bit of fun with this one. It's directed by Paul Feig, based on the 2013 novel of the same name. I think there's a batch of novels actually now, and this sort of sets itself up for a series, although it probably get about 3 episodes in itself, it's that long. So it is, they say, Saman Shane Annie was the writer of the novel, and the screenplay was written by David McGee and Paul Feig as well. 147 minutes, so it is quite long. Yes, 2.5 hours worth. 12 certificate. It's okay. Yeah, there's some good CGI in it, some good effects, some that don't quite work, but certainly up there with some of the, certainly up there with DC and Marvel at times. Some of the special effects. A lot of the public quite like it. The public quite like it. Internet Movie Database, 6.1 out of 10. But there's not a lot of scores. This has only just appeared on Netflix on the 19th of October. So there's not many scores. But it's 68% positivity on Internet Movie Database. And 4.3 out of 5 on Rotten Tomatoes audience, which is an 87% positivity. So the audience like it. As I say, there won't be many critics, but the audience at least like it. It stars Sophia Ann Caruso, Sophia Wiley, Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Flatters, Kit Young, Peter Serafinowicz, Kerry Washington, and Charlize Theron. Yes, I like a bit of Charlize Theron. It was released on October the 19th on Netflix. 2022, that is. Depending when you're watching this, I assume you're watching it in 2022. Yes, and it's about best friends Sophie and Agatha, who are kidnapped and taken to the titular school for good and evil. Well, they're sort of kidnapped, but one of them did ask to go, but the other one obviously got dragged along with it. After their fortunes are reversed, the duo tries to figure out a way to return home. In doing so, their friendship is put to the test. One thinks she's a princess, the other one's called a witch, but they end up doing role reversal, and it's end up in the wrong place. But we see why as the thing progresses. The critics, there's only Rotten Tomatoes critics, there's only 8. There's only 8 bothered to watch it so far, and 25% of them are positive. So in other words, two of them. So there's 2 fresh and 6 rotten. So not great. So it's only scoring 4.3 out of 10. But that's only 8 critics. I mean, unless you're Rotten Tomatoes, we've got about 100 critics. You can't take too much notice of it. A couple of guys will name and shame or name and acclaim. Bob Strauss from the San Francisco Chronicle said, "Together the young actors take this project beyond good and evil into the realm of something real." Yeah, I thought the young actors were excellent in this. No problems at all. Some of the younger actors are a bit naff, but no, they did a good job with this. David Rooney, he's from the Hollywood Reporter, he said, "This is a uniquely tiresome slog." Yeah, I do appreciate a little bit of that critique. Madly overplotted, stunningly derivative, insanely overlong, and slattered in a big symphonic score that strives to infuse momentum into a saga with minimal emotional stakes. I think you've been a bit harsh, David, but I think you're probably glazed over, because there's a tendency to do that. I'm going to give this my little summing up. I'm going to give this 6 out of 10, which is my average rating, if you like, or my watchable rating. It is long, and it doesn't always work. It certainly doesn't. And by the end, you are worn out, and you wonder why the other 2.5 hours took place sometimes, because you get to the end, and it just looks as though it's setting itself up for a series. But obviously, it's just a one-off film, and that's what it is. But it could have been easily in 3 parts. So, yeah, the introduction, it does seem a bit of a long introduction for a follow-on series, but if you do watch it in a couple of bits or in 3 parts with a family and have a break, I think it's probably a better watch. But as a one-off, it does slug along. I mean, you're talking sort of a little bit parallel Hogwarts with challenges as well. So there's that sort of link to it. It's all very glitzy and all very bright and beautiful. I mean, lots of witches, lots of princesses. So it's all very storybooky. But in it all, I think it was all right. It was fine. It was definitely a watchable thing. It kept dragging my attention back. It sort of waned a little bit at times. Far from unique, of course. Far from clever. And if this was done by Disney, you'd expect them to burst into song every 10 or 15 minutes, which I don't mind. You know me, I love the musicals, but some of the Disney stuff of this, you expect them to suddenly start singing and dancing, but it doesn't quite happen, which is for me a good thing in this anyway, because it's sort of some of those Disney things are a bit formulaic. The songs, nothing to write home about. And what's better is you get to see quite a lot of Charlize Theron, so that'll do for me as a dad, as a granddad, if you like, if you watch it with your family. But yeah, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm not going to have too much of a downer on it. I say it's long. It's more like, say, 3 40-minute episodes or something like that. But watch it in 3 bits or split it, because it is a slog. But there's stuff in here that's quite good. There's stuff in here that's a little bit, we've seen it all before. But yeah, I think this is Netflix. As far as Netflix is concerned, I've got to see some rubbish on Netflix. Let's be honest about it. And this is okay. Nothing wrong with this. Let me know what you think anyway, guys. If you get to watch this, let me know what you think. It'd be great to hear from you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please, until we meet again, stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.